to another episode of Comics Review. I'm your host, Kevin Starkey. The first comic I want to talk about today is Nemesis. This is issue number 4 of 4. This is by Icon and Millar World. I'm never going to know how to say his name. I'm going to say Millar. This is by Mark Millar, and Steve McNiven is the artist on this. And I've been following this series since issue number 1. I love the artwork. The artwork is beautiful in this. Great drawings, the nice coloring. The writing it's a little bit cheesy. There's a lot of action scenes which look great. Really good stuff. It's sort of, I've talked about it before, it's sort of like if Batman were, a rich guy like Batman, but he does bad things, basically. He's a super villain, sort of. And in this issue, it sort of wraps things up, and it reveals sort of a big secret at the end, which was very interesting. I don't want to give it away at all. I wasn't loving the series the whole way through, and then after this issue, I sort of like it better, knowing the reveal at the end. And then it sort of lets you know that there's probably going to be some more, a new storyline or something like that. So I think I'll be picking that one up, actually. Now that I know more about it with this last issue, I like it better. So definitely check that one out if that type of story sounds good to you. All right, the next one I want to talk about is True Blood. This is issue number 6 of 6. This is by IDW. I'm a fan of the show on HBO. I guess it's on HBO. I buy the DVD series, so I'm not sure. I think it's HBO. And this series has been sort of cheesy. I didn't like it. This is another one where I wasn't in love with it. The artwork is not that great in it, for me at least. It's okay. Basically, it's about this creature. I think they call him Tom. I don't remember exactly. He sort of feeds off of people telling stories about events that happened to them that they are embarrassed about or humiliated or whatever. So he has the gang basically holed up in Merlot's. It's like a bar and grill. And he's forcing them to each tell a story about like their most, humiliating experience. And he sort of feeds off of that. And they're all bickering, and it's a kind of a neat story. It's not great, but in this one, it comes down to the last guy, Suki, and what the heck is his name? I can't think of it. I'm a big fan of the show, right? Give me just a second. Bill Compton, sorry. It's his turn to tell his story, and he tells a story about how he had to, he's a vampire, how he had to, not had to, I guess, but he killed a girl, and fed off of her. And then they demand that this creature let them go because that was the last story. And then he says, no, I gotta tell my story. So then he tells his story at the end, and that's interesting. And it wraps up, and it's kind of an okay ending. I wasn't as disappointed as I thought I might be. It ended pretty good. And then it left it open to have maybe some more stories after this. It says volume 1 in here. There's some more artwork there. It's okay. I wouldn't rush out and get this. If you're not a fan of the show, you probably won't be that interested in it. But it's okay. The next one, this is Incognito, Bad Influence. This is by Icon. This is issue number 2. This is Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. And I feel like I'm supposed to like Ed Brubaker's stuff because apparently a lot of people do. And I bought the issue number 1 of this, and I think I reviewed it a while back. And I didn't love it. The artwork in here is I don't really like it. It's not for me. The colors I don't care for. And the writing style is kind of strange. The story is pretty interesting. There's this guy who used to be a criminal. I guess he's sort of still, I mean, what defines a criminal, I guess, but he's working for some government agency called SOS, I think. And he's trying to get back into, I guess it's almost like the mob. They're not calling it that, but it reminds me of that. Some criminal element. And he's trying to, he goes to a guy and tries to get him back in. And the guy tries to kill him. And it's a kind of a cool story. I'll probably stick with it another issue for sure. And we'll see where it goes. I'm not loving it yet, but I sort of feel like I should try to love it. It's kind of interesting. There's a little plot twist at the end where they show some guy that's, some secretive guy. It's okay. I'll stick with it for now. I haven't added it to my pull list, but I'll keep an eye out for it. And then the last comic I want to talk about today, this is one it wasn't even on my radar. This is Doc Macabre. This is issue number 1. This is by IDW. And the writer on this is Steve Niles, who I've read some of his stuff before, and I kind of like him. He's got a lot of creepy stuff. Bernie Wrightson is the artist on this. And basically it's about this guy, Doc Macabre. He's sort of a boy genius. He went to college at a really young age, and he's sort of a scientific, genius. He fights basically zombies and werewolves and ghosts. And it starts off with these two guys that are in a cabin out in the middle of nowhere, and they're boarding up the windows, and there's all these zombies trying to get in and get them. And they've made a call to this Doc Macabre, and they're waiting for him to arrive, and he shows up, and he's got some weapons that he's created, and he blasts the zombies, and they crawl back into the ground. He says, and then he pulls out this little device, and they give him a credit card, and he scans it, and they pay their bill, basically. And then he goes back to his place, his little mansion or whatever, and some couple shows up there, and they live in a house where there's a ghost of this man, a naked old man, and they want him to come and get rid of the ghost for them. So it's kind of a neat story. I mean, it's a little bit on the cheesy side. He's got this thing that looks like a pack from like Ghostbusters or something, and it ends to be continued. And it looks like he was having a lot of trouble trying to kill this ghost. So, and then there's a whole write-up in the back that sort of tells his story. It's pretty long. And there's some more artwork in the back. It's kind of a neat story. I don't know that I'm going to add it to my pull list yet. I'm probably going to wait and get the next issue and see how it goes from there. It's kind of cool. I kind of like it so far, but I don't think I want to commit to it quite yet. And then real quick, I got some graphic novels over the holiday time here, and I haven't got to read them yet, but these were ones I've been wanting. This is FZVA, Federal Vampire and Zombie Agency. This is from Radical. Really cool artwork in this. Anxious to read it. It's about vampires and stuff. There's some cool shots there. Cool stuff. This is one I've talked about. This is The Killer. I got Volume 1 and Volume 2. I just finished reading Volume 3, which is The Killer Modus Vivendi. And I liked it a lot, and I mentioned that I was going to try to get the first 2 volumes and check them out. I'm going to do that, and I'll review them once I've read them, which might take a little while. And that's it for this week. Hope you all have a Happy New Year, and I will see you next week. Take care, and if you want, leave a comment here on YouTube or over my blog at twodognight.net, and let me know what you're reading this week. Have you read any of these comics that I reviewed here? And I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.